Hello co-stars and welcome back to another set of Generation Films. My name is American Ben. It's the blacks of night, the dreary grays, the whites of mystery, and the blood reds that we often associate with depravity, with malevolence, with the diabolical elements of the world. Pink, on the other hand, is sweet, lovely, innocent, romantic, playful, feminine, soft, positive, right? Wrong. Pink is actually the most evil color of all in film. It might not appear that way to the untrained eye, but a closer look reveals the insidious nature of this deathly color. Often it's the most innocent of appearances that hides the most devious natures, just like Barbie, who on the surface is a positive children's character, a role model, but beneath is a plastic, robotic, uncaring psychopath. The group The Plastics in Mean Girls wears pink. Why? Because it's the color of beauty? I think not. It's the color of emptiness, of vitriol, of vanity. Where the girls are attractive in a carnal sense, their ugliness inside is relayed to the audience through the pink tones they wear. Whereas any color can be used to signify an evil character, it is pink that belies a deeper wickedness. Think about it. If you didn't know anything about this movie and you just saw a picture of them, what would you think they were like? Why? These types of characters cross over to cartoons as well, such as with the rage-filled antagonist Trina Riffin in the Canadian animated series Garage Band. A similar dynamic goes for the pink ladies in Grease. Yes, they're not villains per se, but it's the pink that demonstrates all their negative qualities, their cliquishness, their superiority complexes, their vanity. When Sandy breaks free of the pink lady's cult, she does so in a rebellious and independent black that demonstrates individuality and fearlessness. When we see a character like Elle Woods from Legally Blonde, we think, good person. But that was in spite of her appearance. Her pink plasticky appearance reveals a more materialistic, empty side to her, a side she only makes up for through her actions in the movie. Marilyn Monroe's pink dress in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes reveals a plastic nature to her character's persona as well, as her priorities lie in finding a rich husband to buy her diamonds. Perhaps so too, dousing her in pink clothing is demonstrative of a misogynistic society that values women only for their physical beauty and sees them as very simple-minded characters. The pink that mixes into Rapunzel's dress in Tangled instills in the viewer a sense of her vulnerability to evil and the sadness that lies beneath the beauty. In other words, it is the very softness of pink that makes us sense evil, that makes us sense a predator abusing the innocent. For it takes the force of good in order to generate that evil. The innocent pink of Rapunzel's appearance informs us of the evil that locks her in the tower. Should it really be any surprise that a color that represents innocence gives audiences a feeling of evilness? What is it that we fear more in movies, gigantic beasts or innocent little girls? There is something innately creepy about innocence, because it's the devil we don't know. What's lurking deep down below? You might have noticed a creepy atmosphere in Wes Anderson's The Grand Budapest Hotel. The film featured an aesthetical beauty, often highlighted by Mendel's eerie pink cake boxes, among other pink tones in the film. Using pink in a serious setting and surrounded by darker tones makes the viewer distrust the pink and carry a feeling of uneasiness. The pink in the movie is different, out of place, and this is true for pink as a color in general. It stands out, like the colors of a poisonous frog. In the 1972 black comedy Pink Flamingos, the pink trailer the main character Divine lives in shields the depravity and pain that lies within.
And the next package you bring me is getting shoved right up your little ass. Can you comprehend that?
The pink, once again, is a fake projection of beauty that hints at the emptiness in the trailer and of the characters within. Similarly, in the 1964 black comedy What a Way to Go, Shirley MacLaine's character Louisa is constantly surrounded by pink. A pink car, a man named Pinky, and a pink staircase as the film satirizes the material extravagance of Hollywood, the makeup that covers up pain, sadness, and death. The pink in this film is truly disturbing because it doesn't feel real. It's a plastic covering to a deep and dark sadness and a town full of vain people. or a town full of vice, drugs, and other evils, as Disney would put it in 1941's Dumbo, in which the titular character accidentally finds himself in an alcohol-fueled stupor in which he watches creepy pink elephants dance across the screen. This was a very traumatizing scene for many kids, a random 5-minute drug-induced hallucination in the middle of an otherwise docile movie. It's once again the innocent pink, welcoming to the adolescent's eye, that drags the viewer down a path through an eerie imagined hell in this scene. The truth is that over and over again, we see pink as a sign of deeper malevolence in film. How about the pink-walled ballet school in the 1977 horror film Suspiria that attracts the aspiring ballerina but hides a secret of sinister evil behind the rosy tones? The pink in movies is often there to hint to the viewer that there's something wrong. There's some sort of disturbance. In the first Harry Potter film, Hagrid shows up to collect Harry for his future in wizardry and presents him with a pink birthday cake. A pink that in the context of the gloomy, dusty house they're staying in is all the more foreboding. Hagrid might be a good character, but in this scene he is mysterious. And what awaits Harry is, like the pink icing, while seemingly a welcome change, is a path filled with greater evils than Harry could even know existed. That said, the Harry Potter film series had more conventional uses of pink to convey subcutaneous evil. Madam Undersecretary Professor Dolores Jane Umbridge, the half-blood witch and Ministry of Magic bureaucrat, sported pink outerwear like the kind old lady she wanted to project to be. Dolores' time on the staff at Hogwarts was defined by cruelty and abuse towards students. Her pink clothes set against her wicked eyes and smile resulted in a much more effective implication of the inner villainy of the woman than had she worn much more straightforward dark colors.
Because you know, deep down, you deserve to be punished.
No matter what, the macabre of pink is inescapable throughout cinematic history. In Inside Out, Bing Bong hides his acute loneliness and depression beneath a cuddly pink exterior. This is in contrast to when a playful pink exterior masks evil, as with Lotso Bear in Toy Story 3 or Majin Buu from Dragon Ball Z. Lotso was an especially terrifying villain because of how inviting he was to children while being purely nefarious beneath his fur.
Take him to the box.
Hey, put me down, you moron!
When Jafar entraps Jasmine as his prisoner in Aladdin, reds overtake the scene. But it's the pinks in the scene, from the blushed skin of the characters to the waist of Jasmine's pants, that makes the scene uncomfortable for the viewer. The pink undertones suggest a sexual nature to the scene, in which Jafar exerts a salacious control over Jasmine's body in order to sate his carnal desires.
I wish for Princess Jasmine to fall desperately in love with me.
The color is used in a similar way with Buck's keychain in Kill Bill and the pink text on the pussy wagon itself. Less fictionally, the women in the Indian feminist group the Gulabi Gang, literally Pink Gang, use pink to empower women. The infinitely depraved Ursula from The Little Mermaid is purple, but when she transforms herself into the human Vanessa, hiding away her wickedness beneath, her lips are pink, once again employing the insidious nature of the color. In the same way the evil queen from Snow White turns herself into an old hag whose pink nose tells of her evilness. Zhao Di's pink jacket in The Road Home lights up Zhang Ziyi's face with a bubbly innocence that masks a painful yearning for her love, Luo Changyu. A love that is not free to be pursued because of a tyrannical government that has no empathy for its human subjects and exerts complete control over their destinies. Everywhere we look, pink symbolizes or foreshadows death, pain, sadness, loneliness. Heck, Jackie Kennedy foreshadowed her husband's death in a completely pink ensemble. Cheshire Cat, Fuzzy Lumpkins, the pink potion of Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove, the pink powder of Dr. Facilier in The Princess and the Frog, Starlight Glimmer, Nadira from Power Rangers, Senor Pink from One Piece, and Mylene Haprelli, Rose Lavalon, Simon Says, Jagged Stone, Reflective Vanisher, Vincent Ozza, Timebreaker, and Mr. Pigeon in Miraculous Ladybug all contain some pink in their appearance. Hawkmoth is the main villain in that series, and when he is controlling someone, an outline of pink surrounds his face. The insidious nature of pink is seen everywhere on the small screen and big. And the qualities the color often represents is of a darker, more heinous evil than any other color could ever convey.